G'day everybody, Ben Shepherd here again today for part 2 of Indigo Children. Just hiding out in the old bedroom away from the kids because they're playing their PlayStation and all good, let them go, let them have some fun I guess. Today we'll be talking about what is like an Indigo child. I've put a majority of the links straight down in the bottom down there. They're for you guys to look up. It's kind of easier to read and learn off your own back than listen to a bloke that's actually just telling you stuff, because I can give an overall but I can't give the full details, not in 10 minutes, not in a short amount of time. So I urge you to learn and read and study, because that's just how we get ahead with this stuff. This is how we form our opinions. This is how we create new opportunities, and this is how we get any momentum in life, is just by learning and educating ourselves beyond anything that we could ever dream that we are. I remember reading a thing on a famous mathematician. I can't remember his name, but he was shocking when he was a kid and when he was a teenager, and he couldn't do maths. He literally was like me with English, with I can't spell. Like, I really cannot spell, and I apologise for that, but I can do a lot of other things, and if I can't spell, well, so be it. But this guy didn't give up on it. He turned around and he goes, no, I'm going to be good. I'm going to study, and I'm going to practice, and I'm going to be awesome. And he did. He became like one of the best mathematicians around, and from memory actually won like championships with chess and stuff like that, because the maths exercise the mind, and the mind or the brain is a muscle just like anything else, and it needs a workout. You can go to the gym and you can lift some heavy weights with your arms and your legs and stuff like that, and your arms and legs will get big. Now, we can't really, I've tried, don't go putting a weight or a dumbbell on the back of your head and lifting it and thinking that your brain's going to get like stronger. I was a kid once, just remember that. And yeah, I've done a lot of stupid, interesting things. Which brings us back to back to what I was saying. Apart from exercise your mind with books, not weights. Trust me on this, been there, done that. Your child or yourself may find that you do a lot of interesting things. Indigo children tend to be quite extroverted. Or quite introverted, depending on the situation, depending on the parents, the people around them, a lot. They try new things, they would do irate things, and they know the consequences, but sometimes they just don't care, because it's like, you gotta know. And they are amazing little people, and you got to give them the space, and you got to give them the understanding, and you got to give them the respect, because what they're doing is they're learning. They're trying new things, finding out about themselves, and discovering. I'm what's classed as the second generation. I don't have like my paper in front of me and stuff with the moving and everything. I'm sort of on I've been told I have to do this now, and I reckon that the bloke upstairs, he's got a heck of a sense of humour, and he loves seeing me strain and stress, just because he knows that it makes me stronger. And yeah, so I know that I'm what's classed as the second generation, born in 1976. The first generation was born in the early 60s, third generation 80s, and so on. And the fourth generation is pretty much young, 3, 4. Now, your children can fall into this because there's in-betweens and stuff, but the ones that are of my age, the 40-year-olds and everything, yeah, they're waking up, they're the ones that are really getting into the science and getting into the metaphysics, or getting into the Lord and studying it, and we're all coming to a conclusion. I grew up, my father was a preacher. I grew up through churches, and then I decided that I needed to look into the other side and learn everything about everything to do with the spiritual realm. Because, yeah, we're at war. And that's what these children are for, but not just to fight the war, though. To produce the love, to create the items, to show the world a better way. And thank goodness some of the older ones of us really, really did some interesting stuff during our past and learnt some really important lessons, because what we want to do, what I want to do, is show those younger generation the way before they make those decisions and say, hey, look, I understand you need to learn firsthand, but take it from me, I'm just like you. When I was your age, you were my. When I was your age, I was doing those same things, and yeah, whoa, I learnt some lessons. But hey, listen, don't do that one. This is the outcome. I promise. I mean, going and jumping off a first story roof because you know that your legs can handle it sounds like fun. And yeah, after the seventh or eighth time, you learn how to land. But unfortunately, the ones in between, not so great. Maybe be a little bit more judgmental on what you want to try. I'll go to the other side of things of what it says. The autistic children, ADD, ADHD, these are all children that get given a lot of drugs because society doesn't understand them. Well, Doreen Virtue's book, actually, I don't have the name in front of me, but I'll put the link down below for yous. And it comes up. You Google Indigo Children, it comes up straight away. It's like in the top 5. But that explains a lot about it and points out the things that correlate with ADD, ADHD, and autism, and that it actually shows that these kids are smart. They're amazing, amazing little children, and they can be considered as wired differently. But hey, 2 plus 2 and 1 plus 3 equal 4. 2 plus 2 equals 4. 1 plus 3 equals 4. Now, they're two completely different mathematical equations, but they equate to the same thing. So why can't a child with ADD, ADHD, or autism be awesome? Because somebody who isn't can be? No, I know kids with those particular things that have actually done amazing things. I knew one guy that had ADHD and couldn't concentrate on anything but heard a song once and could bang it out on a guitar and a piano. My own nephew could do just amazing stuff and used to turn my computer to set to his settings at the age of 2 and 3, and is amazing with computers from what I understand. And there's so many other children out there that are so special and so amazing, and all we've got to do is know what to research to understand this. And society has let us down. And even in some ways, and I'm so sad to say it, the churches have let us down too. Because the man at the top, the man at the front of the stage, is the man who sets the rules. And the only ones that seem to have got it and see it are the metaphysics and the spiritualists, or the ones that are God chasers, are real God chasers. Like, I class myself as a Jesus freak, and I class myself as a God chaser. And yeah, whenever I read all of the things about Indigo children, it's true. I'm a second generation, and I don't know, I just feel like I'm God's child, and I know I am, and He tells me that every day. And these other children out here, these ones that are slipping through the cracks, are Indigo children, and possibly the greatest things that this world could ever see. But society doesn't want it. In fact, they hate it and they fear it. The powers that be, the ones that want to rule this world, Agenda 21, all of that, they want to destroy that type of person straight away because they fear it. Now, I'm up at my time, so the links will be down below. And I'm not sure what's going to come out tomorrow, but you never know. Hey, it's interesting. I'm Benjamin Shepherd. Have an awesome night, y'all, and I'll see you tomorrow.